Hey guys, as a lot of you know, I've been really down lately, and most of you know why. For those of you who don't know or haven't been keeping up with me, my friend's brother passed away in the hospital a few days ago, and his funeral service was today. The reason I'm making a part 2 to this incident is because I have a lot I want to get off my chest about certain men and women who have children and act like the children they're supposed to be raising. See, at first I was just going off on why guys shouldn't fight like simps over whores that aren't loyal and that they aren't married to. I can't begin to see why some guys feel it's important to assert their manhood by acting like a boy that lost his toy. For any of you that are still in the dark, my friend's brother got shot and died in the hospital because he was a simp, fighting another simp for the lust of a whore who's still alive and free while he's dead, and the other guy's now facing a first-degree murder charge. Need I mind those who didn't feel it was important to watch part 1 that a child was involved and was born a bastard and is doomed to being another walking stereotype under a single mother who claims she raises kids on her own while being subsidized by the federal government, who allows her to live this lie and to continue to breed with no repercussions and to screw up people's lives. If you're wondering why I sound so angry, it's because I'm sick of women complaining about how terrible all men are, while statistics show that the majority of men being raised in single-parent households are by their mothers. How can people be so stupid not to realize that the decisions you make while you lay down with someone affects more than just you? At the same time, no one will admit they're a terrible parent and in the same breath have the nerve to talk shit about their sons and how they remind them of their fathers, which that whore chose to sleep with. Bitch, you weren't raped, and you had 99 options, but abstinence wasn't one, huh? Condoms, Plan B, or the fabled Planned Parenthood Association. No, you chose to have this child with a man you didn't love, and now his father's dead, and your potential boyfriend is facing life in prison. Well, you're safeguarded by all the liberals and feminists who agree this type of behavior is not your fault at all, when it is your fault. And I'll go as far as saying it's 100% your fault, because unless a man rapes you, he can't take your pussy. You give it. And if it had any worth to you, you wouldn't be giving it to any man who isn't trying to marry you in such a way that you can end up pregnant, you dumb bitch. How do you not feel responsible? If you tossed your child in a pool knowing they can't swim, then they drown? Well, what did you expect? You let a dick in your pussy with no birth control, then you get pregnant. Now all of a sudden, he should have pulled out, or he should have known you could get pregnant. Men, if this video hits you and you start getting all mad and emotional, then go ahead and hit the thumbs down tab. Then hit the unsubscribe tab. Then hit the door, because I'm trying to unplug your ass from the program. You got a girlfriend and she isn't your wife? That bitch decides to put another man between you? Let the guy have her and understand how unhappy he will be in the future when she does the same thing to him. My friend's brother is dead and gone, and his whore of a baby's mama didn't even come see him at the hospital. He died leaving behind a son who will grow up under his father's betrayer and most likely be taught his father wasn't shit. Does that sound extreme? Well, maybe it won't once I tell you the bitch didn't even have the balls to show up to his goddamn funeral. Oh yes, and my friend and her brother were raised under a single mother too. No father to teach him how to conduct himself like a man. Only a mother who obviously taught him to lay down his life for females. We see it in movies, and we hear it on the news too. On men fighting for our country and laying down their lives for their women and children and fellow countrymen. We watch Mario risk his neck saving Princess Peach numerous times. We watch movies like Titanic, where they do what they can to save the women and children. I understand these morals and values, but they don't apply to women who will betray you. They don't apply to whores. They don't apply to strippers. They don't apply to any Kim Kardashian wannabe out there. Lay down your lives for a cause, not your dick. Listen to Project Pat, and don't save these hoes. Even if your name happens to be Clark or Kent, you're not Superman. She isn't the princess that Peach is. She's not the sister that T and Tamara played. She's not your wife, not your daughter, and not your mother. Why fight? Let her destroy the guy she cheated on you with. You could even be bold enough to warn him, as he might not have known about you either. I'm not saying that all single mothers are terrible people, so don't tell me, not all. I'm just saying that those women who choose irresponsibly or selfishly to have a child with a man knowing there will be a toxic relationship full of voids is a terrible person. So if you're that bitch, then go ahead, leave a thumbs down so we can all see that you're out there. Then go find a flight of stairs to trip down, because the world is a lot better off with every one of y'all necks broke. You know what's really sad? I'm probably talking about a lot of people's mothers. The last video I did talking about how single mothers promote thugs got several people sending me messages telling me how their own moms acted this way. I'm not trying to disparage anyone's mother. This video is for those who can comprehend a rational and logical argument enough to break a generational cycle your family might be devastated by. If you didn't have a father and you know how terrible that feels, then don't do it to your kids. And be responsible and stop dumping your loads into every girl with big titties or a fat ass or a cute face. How many of you men out there right now paying child support for a child the mother won't let you see based on the fact she has a new man? How many of you have been arrested or known a guy that's been arrested behind child support? Now ask yourself, or other people you know, how many women involved are paying child support? How many of the women involved are being arrested or being called deadbeat mom? This is who you fight over? This is what you're laying down your life for? Leaving your children in the care of? Seriously, I want to ask all men watching, how come you won't die for your hand? Be it the right hand or the left hand. Your own damn palm can make you ejaculate, but none of you are fighting over it. Won't argue, won't ask you for child support, but whatever. Y'all need to start thinking about your children. I'm so sick of every horny piece of shit dude trying to get my number simply so I can be another number on his list. My vagina is of value to me, and me valuing my vagina will turn off most guys looking to get a quick one off. If more females will reserve their bodies for potential husbands with the right morals and characteristics, then we can start raising a society where females won't have the grounds to stand on when they claim all men are the same in a bad way. Guys, if you can start valuing yourselves more and stop settling for free whores, then you might live a lot happier and more fulfilled with children that wake up every day and see their parents together and happy. Children that grow up with relationship compatibility, unlike most people who claim they're complicated. Think about how much your son or daughter needs you and how much you don't want somebody doing this to them. They need a daddy. I'm done. I don't care if you like or dislike this. Subscribe if you do, buzz off if you don't. This is DatGurLViaLeY keeping it real. And as always, tenga buen día.